Hello and welcome to Lunchtime News. Let's take a quick look at your headlines. Accepting of postal voting applications for the Northern, Northwestern and Central Provincial Council elections concludes today. Restrictions imposed on the transportation of sand on selected roads. 39 individuals who allegedly attempted to migrate to Australia arrested. A group of ministers from the Indian central government joined protest against the new Telangana state. And now let's take a look at those news in more detail. The deadline to submit applications for the postal voting for the Northern, Central and Northwestern Provincial Council elections expires today. The Election Secretariat says these applications could be handed over to the District Returning Officer.
The Election Secretariat also said that the electoral list has been displayed at the District Secretariats and Gramanildari offices. Additional Elections Commissioner RMAL Ratnayaka said that the deadline for displaced persons to apply for voting rights will end on the 12th of August. Meanwhile, advisor to the Election Secretariat Bandula Kulatunga said the preference numbers for candidates contesting for polls will be released by next week. He noted that the candidate lists are currently being prepared in alphabetical order at district level.
The chairman of the Yatayantara Pradeshya Sabha, who was arrested on bribery charges, was released under strict bail conditions today. Bail was granted when the suspect was produced before Colombo Chief Magistrate Kiham Pilapitiya today. The Colombo Crimes Division has launched investigations into the tense situation that arose during public demonstrations held yesterday, calling for a solution to the water crisis in Ratupaswala.
Police media spokesperson SP Buddhigusiri Vardhana noted that the Colombo Crimes Division commenced investigations this morning. 41 individuals suffered injuries in the unrest caused by protests in Valivaria and surrounding areas yesterday. The injured are currently receiving treatment at the Gampa, Vatupitivala, Udupila and Ragama hospitals and at the Colombo National Hospital. The remains of a 22-year-old man who died during the protests are currently lying at the Gampa hospital.
After the incident last evening, Valivaria area has resumed normal life. The area is now peaceful. The road has been open for normal traffic and people get about their day-to-day life. Police is now in charge of the law and order situation in the area, and the army is also standing by to support the police in case there is a requirement. Further investigations into the incident have revealed that there has been firearms amongst the groups that instigated last evening's incident. This has been proved by the fact that there are gunshot damages in a unicorn vehicle that belongs to the army, which was there at Valivaria Junction last night. Further inquiries into this incident is ongoing.
Moving on, transporting sand on selected roads has been restricted from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. This decision was reached following a survey conducted by the Geological Survey and Mines Bureau.
The Geological Survey and Mines Bureau issues between 30,000 to 35,000 permits each month, and nearly 80% of the permits issued are for the transportation of sand. A majority of these permits allow sand to be transported from towns such as Polonnaruwa, Manampitiya, Hasalaka and Mahayangana to major cities around the island. The Geological Survey and Mines Bureau notes that traffic congestion is reported due to heavy vehicles entering Colombo and its suburbs. The Bureau also noted that this has led to an increase in the number of motor accidents. In addition, the transportation of sand by using large trucks has led to the deterioration of roads. In order to resolve these issues, we reached a decision to restrict the transportation of sand to between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. This will be enforced in roads which are frequented by lorries transporting sand. Meanwhile, a new sticker will be issued along with a license for lorries transporting sand to the north and east. These stickers will be printed in a secure manner. The license will only be valid if it contains the sticker. The Geological Survey and Mines Bureau points out that due to illegal sand mining activities, underground water levels have decreased, riverbeds have become deeper, water has contaminated and riverbanks have eroded. The Bureau went on to note that if such activities continue, there will not be any sand deposits left for the future generations. Meanwhile, a protest was staged in Tannaikumbura, Kandy against new regulations imposed on the transportation of sand. The protest was staged against the decision to stop the transportation of sand along the Mahiyangane Kandy road. The protesters charged that although the distance between Tannaikumbura and Kandy is 3 kilometers, they will be enforced to travel 30 kilometers to reach Kandy. They point out that the new route takes them through Tannaikumbura, Digana, Manikinna, Madavala and Katugastota.
A decision was taken yesterday to remove sand from the Chilao estuary, which has been a major problem for the fishing community. The decision was reached following a discussion with Deputy Minister of Fisheries Sarath Kumara Gunaratna.
Deputy Minister of External Affairs Niyoma Pereira was also present at the meeting. Following the meeting, the group engaged in an inspection tour of the Chilao estuary. Special attention was focused on this matter by the Minister as well as Deputy Minister Niyoma Pereira and His Excellency the President. We arrived at this location to formulate measures that could be taken to rectify this issue. We held discussions today and decided to temporarily remove sand that has collected at the estuary and thereby provide the necessary measures for fishermen to set out to sea without any difficulties. A number of fishermen lost their lives in boat accidents that occurred near the Chilao estuary.
39 individuals who allegedly attempted to migrate to Australia illegally were arrested in the Kanathagoda area in Matara. According to the police media unit, the arrested group consists of 18 men, 7 women and 14 children. The arrested individuals are residents of Jaffna, Batticaloa and Trincomalee. The suspects are due to be produced before court today. A new branch of Laksala was declared open opposite the National Museum in Colombo yesterday under the auspices of Minister of Economic Development Basil Rajapaksa.
The new showroom, which was constructed under the Divinagum National Development Project, was declared open as the Laksala Museum Gallery Cafe. Minister Jagat Bal Surya and Jarvat Neherat were present at the occasion. The new showroom, constructed at a cost of 185 million rupees, stands on a 1.5-acre plot of land. Laksala was founded in 1964 with the aim of becoming the market leader for handicrafts, ornaments and gifts among locals and tourists alike. Laksala, which incurred a loss in year 2008, recorded a profit of 49 million rupees in 2010 and 65 million rupees in 2012.
According to the railway control room, an engine that caught fire between the Tambuttagama and Thalava areas has been towed to Anuradhapura. The Anuradhapura Railway Control Room says the fire erupted in the engine at around 5 a.m. today. It noted that steps were taken to douse the fire and send an additional engine to the area. The Railway Control Room believes that the fire erupted due to a technical failure. Train services along the Vavuniya-Matra railway line experienced minor delays as a result of the incident. However, the Railway Control Room says that train services have now returned back to normal. Over 15 houses were damaged by strong winds that blew across the Ratmalana and Moratuwa areas early this morning. Assistant Director of the Colombo District Disaster Management Centre, Squadron Leader Channa Jayatilaka, said the winds also caused damages to the roof of the train station, and he added that officers have been dispatched to assess the extent of the damage caused by the wind. India's ruling Congress parties, or rather, let's move back to a quick local story from earlier. The chairman of the Yatiyantara Pradesha Sabha, who was arrested on charges of bribery, was released under strict bail conditions today. Bail was granted when the suspect was produced before Colombo Chief Magistrate Kiham Pilapitiya. Court ordered the Pradesh Sabha chairman to submit a cash bail of 15,000 rupees and two certified bail of 500,000 rupees each. The magistrate ordered the suspect to refrain from travelling overseas and also ordered him not to intimidate witnesses in the case. At this point, officers of the Commission to investigate allegations of bribery and corruption noted that the suspect would attempt to intimidate witnesses and requested court to issue stern advice. Thereby, the magistrate advised the suspect once again and ordered him to appear before court once more on the 6th of December. The chairman of the Atiyantara Pradesh Sabha was arrested as he was accepting 15,000 rupees of a 300,000 rupee bribe to grant leave to construct a building for poultry. And now in sports news, it's more DRS drama at the Ashes. Cricket Australia and Australian Prime Minister Kevin Rudd have both criticised the decision to give Usman Khawaja out in the third Ashes test at Old Trafford. Khawaja was ruled to have been caught behind despite video replay suggesting that he did not hit the ball.
Now Cricket Australia have asked the International Cricket Council to clarify the decision review system. On-field umpire Tony Hill gave Khawaja out for one shortly before lunch on the first day, believing the batsman had edged Graham Swan to wicket-keeper Matt Pryor as he attempted to drive the off-spinner. Khawaja asked for the decision to be reviewed, but despite hotspot technology appearing to back his view that he had not touched the ball, television umpire Kumar Dharmasena upheld Hill's call. Cricket Australia Chief Executive James Sunderland responded on Twitter by calling on the world governing body to account over how the procedure was used in this instance.
Cricket Australia CEO James Sutherland said Cricket Australia has sought an explanation from the ICC on the dismissal of Usman Khawaja. In our view, the on-field decision and referred decision using DRS were both incorrect. CEO remains a strong supporter of DRS and believes it is important that cricket continues to improve and build confidence in the DRS. We understand and accept that from time to time mistakes can be made. However, in this instance, on behalf of the player, the team and all cricket fans, we feel duty-bound to seek further explanation as to how this decision was arrived at.
He said he didn't hit it and I said he didn't hit it. And that was about it. You know, the umpire must have had a different view on it, but I thought it was not out and that's why we reviewed it and you know, from what we saw on the replays, I think even the England guys had given up hope of it being out. So, yeah, it was disappointing and you know, another question mark, I guess.
Well, I think basically with the review system, we've kind of got a split second to make that decision, whether we want to review or not. And then no matter what it comes back, we've got to accept the decision, which, you know, it's only right that we do. We respect the officials to make the right decision, and you know we just got to respect whatever comes back, which and just get on with the game.
I still think it's important. You know, we want technology to make sure these decisions are correct, and sometimes it goes for you and sometimes it goes against you. So you just have to take it.
And that brings us to a wrap of this lunchtime news bulletin. I'm Madhush Kabalasuriya. Be sure to join us throughout the afternoon for our TV 55s. Have a very good day.